Safe and alive, but traumatized, the future of these Afghan women footballers is very uncertain when the Taliban seized control in mid-August as the United States and Western allies withdrew their forces. Women and girls were quickly instructed to stay home from work and school, and hundreds of the country's athletes went into hiding or sought to be evacuated from the country fearing reprisals. During the last period of Taliban rule, women were banned from participating in sports, and by late August, Khalida Popal, the former captain of the Afghan women's soccer team, had urged players to delete social media profiles and burn their kits to protect themselves. Once the Taliban seized power, the women feared for their lives and the safety of their families. An attempt to board an evacuation flight to Qatar failed in August following a suicide attack at Kabul airport, so the young women scrambled to leave Afghanistan overland, via Pakistan, through the Turkmen border, in mid-September. They eventually secured a flight to the UK in November after 2 precarious months. In August, the UK government announced a resettlement scheme for Afghan citizens facing threats of persecution from the Taliban. The scheme, which prioritizes women, girls, and religious and other minorities, will see the UK take in up to 20,000 refugees over the next 5 years and grant indefinite rights to stay in the country or pursue citizenship.
These girls have no refugee status, Popal, who lives in Denmark, after she was forced to flee her home country in 2011 in fear for her life because of her role in establishing Afghanistan's national women's team, said. They are in kind of a limbo of not knowing what will happen to them in 6 months' time, she said. Restrictive policies and uncertainty. The United Kingdom's stance on immigration has hardened in recent years. Home Secretary Priti Patel has repeatedly vowed to make the English Channel crossing to the UK from France unviable for migrants. Thousands of refugees and migrants fleeing conflict, persecution, and poverty in the world's poorest or war-torn countries risk the dangerous crossing, often in dinghies unfit for the voyage and at the mercy of people smugglers seeking asylum or economic opportunities in Britain. Ministers from both sides of the Channel on Thursday laid blame on their counterparts after Wednesday's tragedy, which was one of the largest losses of life in the English Channel in recent years. It is unclear whether Afghans are among those who perished, but the route is one that other Afghans have used in the past. The Afghan women players say they feel safer and more secure now they have reached the UK. Now we can have a calm sleep. We are less worried, Mahili said. But without the guarantee of refugee status, the young women say they'd feel insecure. Of course, you cannot focus on studying, you cannot focus on integrating, knowing that maybe tomorrow you will be kicked out of the country, Popal said. They didn't want to leave Afghanistan, but they were forced to. They were pushed to. They have lost so many things on the way. They were scared of their lives, Popal said. It was not only the fear from losing their life by the Taliban, but it was from the neighborhood, from the society that were against the participation of women, especially through football, she said. And it wasn't just the girls in danger, according to Popal. The brothers and some of the fathers were threatened, beaten. And there, some of them, they lost their homes. They were put on fire because the minute the Taliban took over the country, those ideologies were supported by Taliban. The UK granted the group 6 months of leave to facilitate their entry to the UK, according to a Home Office official. They will be processed for indefinite leave to remain in the UK before their 6 months of initial leave expires, in line with the government's standard approach during and since the evacuation, according to the official. If they are granted ILR, there will be no time limit on their ability to stay in the UK. The future of women's sport. The future of women's sport in Afghanistan remains unclear. Amadullah Wasik, deputy head of the Taliban's Cultural Commission, told Australia's SBS News that Afghan women should not play cricket and other sports in which they would be exposed. In cricket, they might face a situation where their face and body will not be covered. Islam does not allow women to be seen like this, Wasik said to SBS News. The chairman of the Afghanistan Cricket Board, Azizullah Fazli, later told Al Jazeera that Taliban officials had indicated there was officially no ban on women's sport, but many remain concerned. I have been receiving a lot of phone calls, messages, emails. People are desperate, especially the women athletes. They are really trying to just find a way to get out, to feel freedom, to get access to education, Popal said. Still, there has been concern about a steady rollback of women's freedoms since the group seized power 3 months ago, most recently with women barred from appearing in television dramas. As a woman, as a football player, I didn't feel safe in Afghanistan. The young women say they are hopeful for their bright futures in the UK. Mayali said she is thankful to all of the people who worked to help her reach the UK, including the UK government, Popal, Rocket, and Kim Kardashian. I want to have higher education and help other people as I can. As I have abilities, I want to raise my voice for other girls, because they're still in Afghanistan and they are in danger, she said. The main focus in the beginning is to get them mental health support, because they are traumatized. They need special care, and they have been on the go for such a long time now, she said. They have done their job. They have been through a lot, and they have risked their life to get out of Afghanistan. They have shown leadership. They have shown bravery. We need the community to come together to support the team to achieve their dreams and goals. To play for Chelsea, it's my ambition. I love it, because when I'm playing football, I feel free. I feel relaxed. At first, it was a hobby, but after that it became my love, she said.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.